Cantona. Gary Neville looking for his first goal for Manchester United, and what a time to get it!
Wait a second, bloody hell, what's going on here? We're muting here. All right. Title race chaos, transfer whispers, and top four. Is the title slipping, City rising, and United planning moves? How are we, boys? Are we all good?
Good.
Superb.
We're doing great.
Fantastic.
Doing great. We've got special guest, Scott Bourgeon. He is my Maltese man, my Maltese Arsenal mate. And he's come on to let us know all things about Arsenal because they haven't been travelling real well over the last week. They were going for a quadruple. Now they're going for a double. And, we've got him on just to tell us where they're at and what's going on. How are you, buddy? All right?
Look, thank you, first of all, boys, for taking the care and interest in Arsenal's well-being. I know there's a lot of opposition fans who are really concerned that we're not going to lock it away. And look, it's been a tough week. The quad halved itself in a week. You can kind of cop losing at Wembley to City. I mean, that's many teams have copped that before, but then you go out to South bloody Hampton. That's rough. That's rough. But look,
the Saints.
I don't know if you've seen their X account, but God Almighty, they're living it up. There's been a lot of banter, a lot of fun coming from the Saints. You're burning on the inside as a fan, but you've got to respect the banter.
It could be Grimsby Town, mate. Don't worry.
Yeah.
And credit where credit's due. Southampton are in form at the moment, so you're playing them as they're on the way up. I mean, but yeah.
Who do you blame in this situation, though? Because Arteta did rest a few of the England boys, didn't he? And, Odegaard hasn't been playing well. I've got a bit of a thing where I think Odegaard and the managers had a bit of a few words with each other and things like that, being that Odegaard's been getting benched a lot and stuff like that. So where do you see it? For me, I just think Arteta's got to let him off the leash. That's my opinion. I think he's got to let him off the leash and let him play instead of putting a stranglehold on him all the time.
Look, you fellas would know this, like any of the big clubs, all banter aside, it's never quite as simple as blaming one person or one element. When things at a football club turn off, there's normally blame that goes in a lot of places. And I think that there's a lot of parties to blame. I think there's something around the club under Mikel Arteta where the mentality seems to be a problem. It's almost like you get close and then that fear just steps right in and that they don't know what to do. They're so terrified to lose that we don't play our football. Now, granted, our football this season hasn't been attractive by any means, but we have been defensively, I would say, the best defense in the league this season. And even that started to slip. The attack from day one hasn't been sharp. I think there are a lot of players who have underperformed. I think Bukayo Saka has severely underperformed. I don't think he's fit either. Gyökeres took a long time to kind of warm into it. You've got Havertz, who's come back, who hasn't provided any spark. Martinelli, Trossard, the whole left-hand side. There's a myriad of problems. But I do think it has to start at the top, and that's with Mikel Arteta, because if it's not working, the manager is the number one person who needs to change it. And if these players aren't playing well, you need to tweak the tactics. We couldn't just grind out a quad on corners and set pieces, which, hey, if we won a quad on corners, I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to enjoy it just the same. But the football's been ugly and we've got to change it. Max Dowman, who's 16, has been our most exciting player, to be honest. So, you blame the players for not stepping up. You blame the manager for not changing it. And I think you got to blame some of our fan base too for the hype, the bullshit, the unrealistic kind of nonsense. If you blokes don't like our fan base, I'm going to say they wind me up even more than they would wind you up. I guarantee it.
I mean, before we continue, we've got Tom here. He says, evening, gents. Been a rough 3 months of no United. Great to see Scott, a rare breed of Arsenal fan, who I begrudgingly allowed to enjoy this title. Been through the trenches. We've got Rob. Rob's decided to join us. Evening, lads. Rob, he comes on when he's one of his best mates are on, which is good to see you, Rob. Dino's on. Arsenal shirt and German shirt. That'll do me. Don't worry. Jordan was showing off his Arsenal shirts before the show as well. That's why we're late.
You just threw him under the bus, Adam.
We're going to have it doing that on here.
Well, we're good for that one.
Neil in. We've got Deck in. Deck McDonald. He's actually given you a compliment down here, Scott. Where is it? Let me find it. He might have deleted it. Here we go. He's gone, who would have thought we'd find a well-spoken Arsenal fan? So
I think his next comment's Arsenal is shit, though. So it's kind of double-edged, right? Thanks for the compliment.
Well, he had to get to know you first. He had to get to know you. Yeah.
I think you're spot on, though. I think Scott's spot on, though, right? You know, I think Arsenal are a very rigid team, and they've only got one tool in their arsenal, basically, pardon the pun. But there's no flexibility in their game to try and break a team down or play differently to try and grind out the win. And, you know, I think you'll win the title, but I don't think you'll go any further than that. And I think you'll fall first over the finish line. It'll be, very slow towards the end, I believe.
Can I just jump on that point, though? It's interesting because, again, all BS aside, our fan base are pretty despised, and that's why it's like the Avengers. All the other big clubs will kind of unite happily to celebrate Arsenal not being successful, but everyone's like, oh, if you just win the title, that's a failure. I don't know any other club who's kind of been held to that standard recently to just win the title, to be, whether you're stumbling there, whether you're sprinting there, whether it's a 20-point gap, at the end of 38 game weeks, you are the team with the most points. That's not a fluke. You don't fluke a title. Can you fluke a good cup run? You certainly can. But you can't fluke a title. So again, I'll say with chess, our football has been dreadful to watch this season. But I also remember, I'm wearing a shirt with Europa League patches because, like Tom said, have been through the trenches. But I remember under Wenger, we played the most scintillating football you'd kind of see across Europe. We were renowned for beautiful football. Even enemies would compliment that. But then what was the line that came after that? Yeah, but it doesn't mean it. You never win anything anyway. So if we're going to grind out the ugliest title in Premier League history, I will celebrate it as much as I would that beautiful football. So
you get the same fucking medal whether you doesn't matter how you win it. Doesn't matter. You just get the same trophy, the same medal, the same accolades. If we were playing like shit and we were still winning the comp, I'd be fucking stoked.
100. I think that's the cure to our problem, though. I know I've rambled on a fair bit, but we just seem to shit ourselves when we get close to winning something when the pressure's on. I think we've just got to actually win this title to show the squad for Arteta to realize we can do it. Like we've got a good squad. We just need to get over the line.
That's one thing I've said a few times on this podcast when we've talked about the run-in, right, is I believe a big thing is having experience in winning things. Mm-hmm. I think that's key. And I feel like Arsenal lack that. I've said Manchester City are going to win it since before Christmas. I still think Manchester City, I still do. Depending on if they can beat Chelsea and they can get back in front. If they can get to you guys with 6 points to verse when you guys go to the Etihad and they can win that, then it's 3. Then it really starts to get pretty. And they seem to be turning it on. But at the same time, the thing that with Arsenal that baffles me is I think of all the Premier League sides that have won the league, and I think of they've got a world-class attacking player that's gone and got 15 goals, 10 assists. And I just haven't seen that from Arsenal, but they're winning.
But that's one of the things, though. To win a title, and United done it year after year after year, where they scraped through, they've come back from behind and things like that. They win 1-0, they win 2-0, things like that, 2-1s. I've got Deck McDowell here. He says we fluked the 2013 season. So, if you know your history, well, I think that's a bit harsh, to be honest with you. I thought it was good.
I agree with that one.
We've never flicked the season in our life, boys.
Hang on. That last league title we won it by what? 12 to 15 points? That's not.
We did, yeah. That's
it was only the other day too, wasn't
it? A 5-game margin, lads. That's ridiculous.
How many games? Yeah, I think. How many times have we come from behind in that season to win?
If it means we're a weak team, then I'll take that. That's fine. But fluking, we won by 5 games. It's a 38-game season.
Yeah.
No. Sorry, no. That's outrageous.
I think Deck's still on the points, mate. He's been on the Guinness for the last couple of days. Let me tell you. Scott, for me, I think Arteta's got to let him go. Let him go win the title. They've got himself into a position now. There's 5 games to go, 6 games to go. I said, look, we've got Liverpool coming up and things like that. For me, if we don't beat Liverpool twice this season, the way they're playing, I think our season, I'm not going to say our season's been a failure, because at the beginning of the year, we would have taken top 8. But you know what? It still leaves that little bit of hollow for you. Whereas Arsenal got you still got City. So that's a huge game for you guys. You know what I mean? And for me, you've got some great attacking players. And I just think, well, when you go up 1-0, and I've been seeing it, I actually thought, we done Arsenal a favour when we beat you, because the following week you came out and played pretty good football for the next couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden you went back into your hole where Arteta, you'd go up 1-0, and Arteta was putting that stranglehold back. Let's defend. That's been my problem with Arsenal this year. You go up 1-0, and then they try and defend that 1-0.
That's Mikel Arteta's safe space. I watch him as a player, and you guys did too, for Everton, for Arsenal. He wasn't about flair. He was about safety. He was about the safe pass, sideways. He was just a very plain, safe player, and that's what he wants his team to be, plain, safe. Like I said, if we win this league, we're not winning this league because of our attack. And I think in his mind, he's probably sitting there thinking, we've got this far. We've got to just see it out, do what we've been doing.
Yeah, but let's not get it twisted, though. You're going to get over the line. They're going to get over.
No, you're going to get over the line. Not say it yet with Chess. We've got to play City.
Are you worried? Are you worried, Scott?
100%. Listen, I will never, especially not under this manager, I will never, and you will never catch me, maybe in a private group chat with 1 or 2 mates, but you will never catch me publicly saying anywhere that I'm certain we're going to win this league. I'm not.
Well, I'll say it for you. You're going to win the league, and Max Dowman's going to have won a Premier League before he's finished his GCSEs, and Steven Gerrard never won one. So there you go. There's a start for you. You'll be fine. City haven't got the legs this year.
He's a player, Max Dowman, though. Fuck, man.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
You've got to remember, though.
All these wonder kids get blown up, but you just see in him his decision making and his composure at what, fucking 16?
Yeah. He's just got to stay fit. Like, if he stays fit and doesn't get any injuries until he's late 20s, his career is going to be unbelievable. Like, he's got all the potential. But they've got to keep his head on his shoulders and keep him in the team. Just drip feed him. You don't have to play him 90 minutes every week. Just
get rid of their star boy and bring Dowman in. Get Saka out.
This is not the manager, though. This is not the manager to develop Max Dowman. Do I think Max Dowman is a talent? Yes. I can tell you, under Arteta's reign, I don't think I've seen him improve a single attacking player. If you can tell me an attacking player you think he's improved, tell me. You're going to say Bukayo Saka, aren't you? I can see
No.
I was thinking that.
Saka's been all right. I think
Saka's been good.
I think
Trossard's
this
done
season.
well under Arteta. Trossard's done well under Arteta, I think.
Trossard, hot and cold off the bench. He's not doing anything for us that he wasn't really doing at Brighton. Like, I've not seen an attacking player flourish under this manager. Ethan Nwaneri, who I thought was a talented player with a lot of potential, he's gone. We've got Max Dowman now. It's taken a long time to bring him in the team when arguably a lot of the attackers have not looked good. Erdegaard had a good... Sorry?
That one year, is he the one who's gone to Marseille?
Marseille.
Yeah, he's
so there was the other one who I thought was going to be good as well, and he signed for Palace, didn't he?
That's it, and that's the thing. But
I thought he was going to be good too.
Balogun, we've had like Erdegaard has not been good. Eze, then he doesn't improve attacking players. He's a good manager. He is a system manager. He is a defense-first manager. Don't get it twisted. You're never going to see scintillating attacking football under Mikel Arteta. But if it brings in cups,
titles,
I don't care.
Defense wins your titles. And if you win a league at the end of this season,
don't care.
Then but the thing is, right, like at the start of the year, the commentary that I saw was if he doesn't win something this year, he's in trouble because you've competed, but you've never got over the line.
No,
right?
It's got to go.
The biggest thing they threw at, exactly. That's the biggest thing they threw at Mikel Arteta was Arsenal do not get over the line. Apart from the FA Cup he won during COVID or whatever, you've not got over the line. So if you get over the line this year and win a league title, you've not won a league in 2 decades. Like, let's get it. It's a massive achievement. Like, whether he's been the pivotal part of that, or whether it's been like it started with a do, and you had all that recruitment go right, and you got rid of the players that were problems. Like his stance on Aubameyang, correct. His stance on Ozil, correct. Like Unai Emery's a great manager. He's not won a league. Like he's good in the Europa League and stuff. Wasn't good enough for Arsenal. So if Arteta gets over the line, you win a league title. That'd be the best thing you've done in 2 decades.
Yep,
so
agreed.
I don't understand. I don't understand if he wins this league, how people can go, no, that's not good enough as an Arsenal manager. Well, who is then? Because
I just think of myself, Dan, that a lot of the supporters, and we'll get to a couple of comments after this. I just think where the pressure's being built is also from the fans, and the fans come out. It's especially Arsenal fans, like they come out and say, "Look, I think United fans are bipolar half the time, but Arsenal fans just take it to another level." And I think, and you can't tell me, we've spoken about this a fair few times about players reading stuff online and things like that, and I think Arsenal players can actually feel the tension when they actually get to grounds. They can actually feel the pressure. And it hasn't just been like this year. It's been over the past few years, especially when you've had Liverpool up there. You had Arsenal, Liverpool, City. Really, over the past 3-4 years, it's really been those three that have been fighting for titles. And I just think all the time Arsenal get into that position where they can win the title. They don't take the next step. And it's just reminded so often through fans and media and things like that. And it just keeps building. I know, like, it's a similar situation. Look, I know a lot of people that watch this don't watch rugby league, but Cronulla Sharks were one of those, what do you call it? One of those teams. Yes, we won it in 2016, but you could just feel that pressure and once it gets released, then it's all good. But it doesn't matter how you go and win a title. If they win it, I firmly believe it's going to go down to the next few weeks. This title run for City. Like I watched them on the weekend play Liverpool, and it was City of old, man. It was incredible to watch. Honestly, it was incredible to watch.
So I asked Dan a question. So Dan said reckons Arsenal, they'll get over the line, right? So Champions League, they've got to do a bit of traveling in Europe. Let's say they get through quarterfinal, they're probably going to meet Barcelona in the semi-final. That could make. I think that how far they go in the Champions League could have a bearing on how the final weeks of the EPL season go for them. To be honest,
who have they got in the quarters? They've got Atletico,
Sporting.
Sporting.
Okay, so you win that.
Yeah,
So you win
Sporting's
that.
this week.
I thought we beat
That's a tough
Southampton,
game,
didn't it?
man. That isn't it.
Yeah, but
Away to Sporting first leg, and
it's
you
not
think
close.
it's a given? Are you kidding?
Mind you, Mourinho is
he's
doing
playing his full strength team there.
Mourinho's doing a great job at Sporting though. Like he's done a
Like the
great
game
job,
against Arsenal.
isn't he?
Mourinho's at
Is it
Benfica.
Benfica?
Oh,
Is it Benfica? Yeah. But yeah, he's doing a great job.
yeah.
My
they
issue
win
with
that.
what I think is going to
They win
happen
that.
is you had a chance 2 weeks ago to go and beat a beaten Manchester City team in a cup final. Whether it was a small trophy, whether it was anything, it was a time where you
Trophy.
could sit there, put your foot on their necks and go, no, you're not coming for it. And they were, the Arsenal in that second half just rolled over and got fucked. Like, I'm going to be completely honest. They had nothing going forward, if we're being completely honest and putting it all on the table. And I think that just made Pep and that Man City team just go, here we go.
They're
We've
vulnerable.
done this before.
But has there been a more dominant domestic cup winning team than the Pep Guardiola City teams over the last?
No, they've not. They've won the last like 16 games at Wembley or
Well,
something
that's
stupid.
the thing.
right?
Everyone's
So,
talking
apart
about
from we beat
Arsenal
the
winning
league,
this quadruple.
but there's no shame in losing to City in a cup final. It's a
No,
one-off.
God, no. I don't
There's
have
no-
a problem
there's
with
no
them
shame.
losing.
We've done it plenty of times lately.
Yeah.
We did it 3 years ago.
Yeah, we
Well,
gave
could
a
have
treble
stopped
because
winning
of
the
it.
treble. We could have stopped City
Yeah.
winning the treble, and we bottled
Yeah.
it. Let's
Yeah.
put that one in there.
Well,
Anyway,
that's not the issue,
Arsenal
though.
are not. Arsenal are not bottom this league. They're just not doing it. They're not doing.
My
They're not going to win
issue
the
is,
Champions League. They'll get
their
knocked out in the
last
semis.
two
They're
games,
bottom on the league.
Dan, they've lost
Nah.
to City in a cup final. They've gone
Acceptable.
away on international football, and half of them have supposedly got injured and pulled out of their international squads. Then they've come back and they've lost to Southampton. Like,
That's a
their
bad one.
next game is, if they don't win that, I feel like the pressure on the players
They will
is
win
going.
it.
It's,
Though.
I've got-
There's no way they don't. There's no way. Like,
I've got
this
a
is
comment
thing,
here
like,
from
it's
Plockoff. I got a comment
Well,
here from Plockoff. He
here-
said Sporting's
here he
confidence
is.
will be through the roof because of Bordeaux Glimp. Not an
Yep.
easy game at all. I've got other comments
a bit.
here.
And then
Dino,
Arsenal at home to Bournemouth. Bournemouth are in a bit of form as well. You know, Bournemouth are great.
Arsenal at
It's
home.
not an easy team.
Arsenal at the Emirates. They're not going to lose to Bournemouth. Come on, guys, get real. They're not losing to Bournemouth. They're not losing to
They can
Bournemouth. They're not.
I don't know whether
lose,
Dan's
but they might
taking,
get a draw.
I don't know whether
They're not-
Dan's taking the piss or what.
No, I'm deadly serious. They're not losing to Sporting over 2
That-
legs.
that- look, will they lose to Bournemouth? No. Could they draw? Absolutely. We've got West Ham in there. We've got Newcastle in there. We've got to
West
play
Ham, no. Newcastle away or at home?
Newcastle at home, but we don't have the
Easy.
best record
They're
against
absolutely
Newcastle.
terrible.
Fulham.
To be honest, you've got City. City's a tough one. If you lose a City game, then it's
but
squeaky
they
bum
don't.
time.
This is
You're
the
not
thing,
losing
though.
West Ham.
When
You're
they
not
go
losing
to the Etihad, they don't have to win. That's the
Fine.
key for Arsenal there. If they get away with 1 point, they're set. They're done.
And what are these
And you've
Arsenal teams
still got the
very
gap.
good at doing until the last couple of weeks? Defending. Like,
Grinding
they're
out
not going
results,
to lose
yeah.
this time. I'm sorry. They're
No-
not, and I
No
don't-
one's thought about it, though. What if Arsenal and City lose every game and we win every game, we win the title?
You could win the
I'm
league.
not ruling that out. I'm not ruling that out.
Let me get
But
to
there's
some of
no
these comments. Let me get to some of these comments. You blokes know how to talk, I tell you, far out. I've got Natasha. Welcome, Natasha. I haven't seen you in the comments before. She's here we go. I think she could be a City fan actually. City are the best managers, best players, and other teams just don't have a clue. Like United going in to give Carrick the job, and I'll tell you, no, next season by Christmas, Carrick will get sacked, and Southgate will be in. Holy shit, that's a big statement. Anyone want to comment
No
on
more
that?
comments on no more comments from Natasha, please.
If that happens, I'll have changed sports completely. I'm not. And Gareth Southgate is a manager of no.
Doesn't he have more experience than Carrick?
Well, Southgate, as a
Premier
manager,
League.
yeah. He's also the only manager to relegate an international and a domestic team. We're not taking him at United. Get real. Not happening. Not happening. No.
Let's get to some more comments here. I'll get another one in Natasha. I could have told you all I knew City would be Arsenal. It is the master versus the pupil, and the master won Pep. Just know how to win trophies. I'm confused whether you're. She must be a City supporter.
He's a City fan for sure.
Yeah.
City fan for sure. Dino, there's Italian player lost a League Cup, a World Cup spot, and lost to Southampton. He did have another one up here about Declan Rice being at the
West Ham game.
Yeah,
Ham game.
Anyone see Declan Rice at the West Ham game last night? Is
Ham
that a
fan,
good
though,
look?
isn't he? He's
Love to hear your thoughts.
But hang on,
Yeah.
I get his question, but he was left out of the team. Like he came back from England duty saying he was injured.
Wait,
Clearly wasn't.
one more time. Just one more time. All right, I got Dino's comeback. 115
Hey.
charges, Natasha. Fuck off. All right, continue.
There's no more that needs to be said, is there, Your Honour? That's the conclusion. No, Declan Rice at West Ham. Well, he came back out of the England team because he was supposedly injured. Arteta left him out the squad. So I
he must have
don't
been injured.
have any problem with him going to West Ham. He's not. He's a human being. If he wants to go watch his former team play, a team that he won the only trophy they've won in decades with, not a problem. It's in London. It's not a problem.
He doesn't agree.
No, I'm not. Look, yes, he's a human being. It might be the team he supported, but in the context of where we are, it's not a good look. He should be more intelligent than that. Yeah, he should be more intelligent.
He's not done a rash running on clubbing in Dublin. Like he's gone to a football game. He's not going to get injured at a football game
Unless Mikel Arteta has sent him there to scout West Ham for when we play them. I don't want him at Upton Park. I want him at home resting if he's injured. If he's not injured, I want him sitting at home, looking at the games coming up and figuring out how he's going to help as one of the leaders in this team make us click. I do not want him at Upton Park. He can go and catch up with his mates for a pint or go for a Gatorade and a jog.
Worse. That's worse. Oh,
Not now. Not now.
Drinking's worse than going to the football with his nephew, wasn't he?
He's a pom. You want me to think a pom like Declan Rice doesn't enjoy a pint? I've never met one who doesn't.
No, I agreed, but by the by, it's not like he's gone bloody cliff jumping or cliff diving or.
I'd rather that than him at Upton Park. I don't want
Mate,
him, especially when we're playing there in a couple of weeks. No,
I don't get that.
Good point, Dino. Good point.
Yeah,
Did you
Dave
read
cracked me up there in
Dean's
the
last
comments.
one? Yeah. Where is it? The last one?
Last one.
Yeah, you can read it,
up.
Jordan. Yeah.
Mate, he definitely could get injured singing that Bowen song. Oh, I love it.
Danny Dyer Senior was more obviously getting injured during that song than anybody
Mate,
else.
the fact that
Have
he
you
gets
stayed
up
in
and
the stands
sings
for
at the
that
top of his
stadium?
lungs
Shit.
is unbelievable.
It's unreal, isn't it? Whilst he was holding Jared Bowen's son and his grandson as well. Elite.
Love it.
No, I don't see a problem. I don't see a problem with that. If a United player was going back to, I'm trying to think of an example now.
Nowhere. Staying at home.
I don't agree. I reckon that's fine.
I've got
No, I don't mind it
Pluck-offs
because I
in
know
there
he's a
going.
fan.
Pluckoff's changed his name back. He changed it now. He said so. We've got TikTok going too, Scott. If anyone know, if you don't know,
right.
so
Okay.
welcome everyone on TikTok. That's going off as well at the moment. So I've got Pluck off here. He goes, "Why the pluck would Arteta send him to scout?"
Look, if you didn't pick it up, Pluck off, that was tongue in cheek, mate. I didn't actually think he'd been employed as a scout. No, I was just trying to give some kind of reason why that may be acceptable, but it's not. Definitely not.
When we get to the end of this season, mate, when we get to the end of this season, mate, we'll do another podcast when you've won the league, and we'll go back to these little moments that didn't mean anything, and we'll say, "Oh, that wasn't that silly."
You won't want me on here if we've won the league. I'm going to be on.
Oh, trust me, I'd rather you than any other Arsenal.
For lack of a better word, I'm bottling it. I'm keeping it all bottled until we do again. Don't celebrate
As much
Arsenal until you have the cup.
Let me tell you, Dan is taking the piss right now because all today he's saying to me, "Oh, mate, I'm going to get in there. I'm going to hammer him." I'm going to give it to him. And now he's doing nothing but fucking suck
People are
up to
going to
him.
think he's the
I'm starting
Arsenal
to think
fan.
he's
not
the
me.
Arsenal fan here.
Yeah, I'm
We're
starting
going
to
to win
think
the
he's
league. We're going to win
Arsenal.
the league.
He's
But
done
I think
lazy.
but I think as United fans, in the context of the season aside, you'd rather see Arsenal holding the trophy at the end of the season than City, right? You got to, even though for the pardon.
I don't think I've spoken to a lot of United fans who would rather see City lift the league.
God,
than
no.
us. I bumped into a few.
Although I am in probably a minority of United fans where I hate City more than Liverpool. I just don't like them. I just hate.
I always find
City
it weird
more
when
than
he says this. I
more than
always find it
Liverpool.
so weird.
I'm in a minority there.
Why?
Why?
It might be the Welsh in him. Might be the Welsh. He was Welsh born, so it might be that.
There's
Mark
115
Hughes
reasons
would be
why none
fuming.
of their trophies mean anything.
I just don't like how City have gotten to where they are, and I think that's why I hate them. I hate them.
But that's a reason to laugh at them because none of their trophies mean anything. There's 115 reasons as to why they are irrelevant.
I still hate them more than Liverpool. I don't know why.
I got Tom here. I got Tom. Tom's here. He goes, dream is City to win and get relegated. Everyone loses. We're all happy.
So Arsenal win it by proxy despite bottling the league. Yeah, that would be
I'll take a proxy title at this point. I'm getting desperate.
Oh, could you imagine if they bottled it and get it based on that?
That would be insane.
No, rather City win it there. All plastic fans, so it don't matter. I have to. For me, the reason why the reason I was Arsenal, I hoped Arsenal win it, but then it's just drove me crazy about the way they've been playing. It drives me crazy. It drives me crazy the way they've been playing. It just. I sat there and I watch a lot of us because the boys are here watching it, and I just think it's dreadful the way they play. Not to mention, it's been a poor season by a lot of teams. So the results have been up and down and everything like that. And like we've taken the piss out of Arsenal, especially because at one stage the own goal was actually their top goal scorer at times, and like we've done a lot of reels on that, and it's driven me crazy. And I'll sit here right now. I don't want Arsenal to win it. Honestly, because it's fucking driving me nuts the way they're playing. If Arteta let him off, if Arteta let him off the leash, seriously, if Arteta let him off the leash, I'd be back in for him winning the league. But while he holds them back,
in 5 years' time, when you look back at who won the league, no one's going to go, "Oh, Arsenal won," but they played like shit, so I didn't really.
I disagree. I disagree because that's bullshit. No way, because everyone always talks about United when they win their leagues. And when United came out of the season, when we've had 2008, and we won those 4 in a row. Yeah, I don't care if you're a Premier League historian or even a league historian. They always know every season who's won it and everything like that. Okay, they do remember it maybe via the last few games of the season and things like that. But you always tend to know when especially if like United fans. I still remember United 99, man. The start of their season was so up and down, and all of a sudden they went on a consistent run. You remember the time when Arsenal obviously had that mad run. Would they win 50-something games in a row or something? United had to get on top of that, and then they went on to win the league and things like that. It's just I do believe, like, you remember little things about seasons, and
no Arsenal fans are going to care, mate, if they win the league playing terribly.
But that's not the point here. The point here is in a fair few years, you're still going to remember Arsenal winning the league, but they never played well.
I probably remember breaking the drought because it's been so long. If we win this title, it's going to be remembered as Arsenal breaking the drought. To be honest, and if you're in a drought, you don't give a shit how it breaks, man. You just want, like, we haven't won in a long time. It's been a long time.
Adam, if we were in Arsenal's position this year and we were playing that style of football and we won the league,
you'd love it.
Oh, 100%. I don't deny that. I don't deny that, but people will still remember the season. That's what I'm saying. That was the question, and I still believe people will remember this season for sure.
Yeah, but Klopp played for Liverpool for 6 years, and they won one league. Slot won as many in one season. Like, history only remembers the winners. That's it. Like, you remember games from certain seasons if you're a diehard Arsenal fan. Am I going to remember the 38 games Arsenal played in 5 years' time? No, I'm not.
No.
But, and I don't care. Like, if they win the league, they win the league, and it's a fantastic achievement. As much as I hate to say it, because I don't like their fan base at all. Yourself discluded. I think you're all right.
Thanks.
But the rest of them, no good. No good.
I got top of us Cactus. He said 49 games it was. Then Rooney plucked them over.
You remember that game, Adam? You remember how many red cards you got let off from?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gary
Neville,
everything.
God bless him.
Yeah,
God bless him.
mate, it was brutal. Yeah.
We don't remember how we won. We just remember the win.
That's right. You just remember ending the streak. Yeah. See, this is the point. You're not going to remember that.
But City has come from behind before. We've got Rob. Rob's getting in here. If United win the league, we're not going to say that is our worst win ever. Yeah, but I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, but you'll still remember the season, I think. If and when 21 comes, it will be a celebrate the hardest. Oh, 100%, mate. Rob, 21 is coming this year, mate. Bottles,
do you
relegated, and we're sliding straight through.
Do you reckon Arsenal are a shot in the Champions League?
No.
If not, who do you think is going to take it?
Barcelona.
I reckon PSG got a great shot again this year.
Well, actually, Jordan, Bayern Munich are a shout. No one's talking about them.
Mate, they are in some of the best form
some
out of
unreal
Europe.
football.
Harry Kane's just back training this morning, fit for them. Mate, look at their front line.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's the best in world football.
Pretty good.
To be fair, I mean, and I thought it was a bit of a weird appointment at the time, but like, hasn't Vincent Kompany done well there? Gee,
but he relegated Burnley, and that's all anyone remembers, you know?
Here's the thing, though, Elliot. If I reckon any one of us five could go to Bayern Munich and do well as well, with the budget the players have got.
The budget and the status of the club does half the job for you, right? So.
I think Bayern Munich, they've got to get past Madrid, which is always hard. I think Arsenal are going to run riot against Barcelona if they get past Sporting. I think Gyökeres will have a field day against that high line.
No way, mate. Rashford's going to run riot against them. Are you serious, man?
Oh, that bloke's still
Rashford? Arsenal going to sit 9 behind the ball, mate. Where's Rashford going to run?
Mate, he's playing some good football, man.
He won't even start, Rashford.
He's dipping a bit, isn't he?
Rashford won't even start for
He's
Barcelona.
not dipping. Didn't you watch him last week?
They didn't play him in the second leg.
He scored. He even scored.
They didn't play him in the second leg against Newcastle. They made him sit on the bench the entire game.
No.
Yeah.
They've got Rafinha.
You still played well. Huh?
Yeah, there's something going on there because they're trying to negotiate a better deal with us for the permanent transfer.
There's got to be something
in it. Our most important game of the season. Nah,
there's got to be something in his contract around appearances.
Yes.
I would.
There's
say,
something
surely.
fishy there.
Mate, they are taking the piss, Barcelona, man. They want 26 million for him. I think that's what we've allowed for him, isn't it? 26 million? And they want it less than that. They are absolutely, mate, he's 50 million, man.
Well, he agreed personal terms on his future contract with Barcelona when he signed on loan last summer. But because Lewandowski's on his way out, or at least they're going to try and sell him, they're going to spend a load of money trying to get Julian Alvarez in the summer. And they don't think they're going to have the finances to sign Rashford on a permanent. So they're doing the typical Barcelona thing and going, yeah, we want him. We don't want to pay for him. Well, sorry, lads, you're not having him then. Like, he comes back and we send someone
Barcelona
else.
Thing would be sign him, and then we can't register him because we've gone over the financial fair play rules. So he's going to fucking train by himself.
They're just a joke of a club. They sold all their image rights and their TV rights for like the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, my word. You've got clubs like Bury going out of business. You've got Barcelona just doing what they're doing for the last 10 years. It's disgraceful.
We've got some big banter in the chat right now. I don't know if you guys are reading. Natasha is stirring up some people in there, let me tell you. Look how well Rashford has done at Barcelona since leaving United. Just goes to show. Then Dino's come back with a reply. People think Rashford has done well at Barcelona. You are delusional.
He's done okay. He's done all right. Like he's He's a lone
He's
player.
done better than I thought. He's done better than I thought. But
He's got what, like double.
But he's just got his mind back into the game, hasn't he? Really, at the end of the day,
he needed a fresh start away from Manchester, and he's done okay. Like
he's put himself in the England team, hasn't he? He's put himself in the England team.
If you watch that video when they were interviewing the Barcelona fans, I think it was before the first leg against Newcastle, most of them were like, "Yeah, we want to keep him, but they want to keep him as a squad player." Well, there you go. Like he's not a starting player in a top European team anymore. He's just not. He just isn't.
Do you think Yamal gets frustrated over that? Because he throws a few tantrums around. Do you think he gets I mean, I don't watch a lot of it. I just watch highlights and stuff like that. So I'm not watching full games like Jordan and stuff like that. But do you think he gets frustrated, or the Barcelona players get frustrated with Rashford on the pitch?
With what way?
Doesn't look like.
I don't know. Just with all the talk about him all the time, or is it just us that talks about him and they don't?
I don't think Barcelona really care for him, to be honest. They've got who I think is one of the best wingers in the world, Rafinha.
He's unbelievable.
I think them two together are incredible. And you got Lewandowski, who doesn't have to run. He's just got the young boys around him. Like, it's a perfect setup for the way they play. But I've seen in games this season, Yamal has got frustrated with Rashford based on decision making. But Yamal's ego,
that's what I mean. Yeah,
his ego is ridiculous.
He's gonna have a god complex already. Like he's been given loads of money. He's basically the Lionel Messi successor. Like this is the problem. They've given him basically the keys to the city, and he's what, like 20, 21?
Not even 20. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He's a generational player, but come on.
Where do you see this ending up then with Rashford? Elliot, you've been all over the transfer market lately. So, Elliot, where do you think this will end up?
I think he will go to Barcelona, but it's, I think that's where he will go. But you've also got to think in your back pocket as well that doesn't happen, and potentially he's going to another club like Villa, or something like that, because he's not. He's done with us. He can't come back and play for us.
I don't want him anywhere near us.
Regardless of what I've read around, the door's open and Carrick's had conversations with him and all this sort of stuff. He's done with us, and I think the only reason why he won't go to Barcelona will be for some sort of financial reason. But then he'll end up at like someone like Villa or something like that, maybe. And I think there's a really good interview Scott McTominay had recently around sort of the mentality of players and stuff like that, and then players leaving United and going overseas and flourishing and things like that. And he's basically just rubbishing that players just need a fresh start to play better, and just basically backing us and backing the club and the foundations that are there for every player to flourish and do well. He just said it's just a bit of a cop out of players just needing a fresh start to play better. He said the club's not the problem, it's the player. 9 times out of 10 those situations. So
there are a lot of players though who have left you in recent times and have looked a hell of a lot better once they've left.
Pressure's different though. It's completely different. Like Rashford was getting paid £325,000 a week. He was basically the golden boy. Like he's born in Manchester. He's a United fan.
He was the heir to the throne, right?
Yeah, exactly. So like, there's pressure on him. We use him for all the image rights, everything. Like Alexis Sanchez, we paid him 450. What a swap deal that was, by the way.
Good signing.
450 grand a week. 75 grand an appearance fee and 75 grand a goal. He only scored 3 of those, so it was useful that we didn't have to pay him a load of that fee.
If Carrick wanted him, though, because look, I don't put myself through all of your games every week, but it's probably looking like Carrick stays, right? Is that the consensus?
Hope so.
I think so.
Look, that's another conversation, I think.
But if Carrick wants Rashford, because there'd be a relationship there, you'd assume. If you're saying that he's looking a lot better at Barca and Carrick wants him, you don't back your manager like that.
No, it's not. It's not a case of that. The player doesn't want it.
I just think in the dressing room, he's had his time. The boys know I'm a huge Rashford fan. I don't want him back near the club. I just think he was part of that group where he had too many managers over his career. Even though he scored 130 something goals, he scored the most goals since Alex Ferguson's gone. Right? I just think he's a bad egg for the dressing room. I just think we need leaders in the dressing room with good heads, and he hasn't got. He's proven he hasn't really got a good head. I want players in the dressing room that young players can come through the system now, like it was in the old days, where they've got ex-players to look up to, and they've got look up to Bruno, look up to Harry Maguire. As much as 4 or 5 years ago, we weren't thinking that. Harry Maguire has got one of the best heads you'll ever see, and one of the biggest, obviously. But players will now look up to him. You know what I mean? Just the younger ones have seen what he's gone through, and will look up to him. And we're starting to get that around the club again. We don't want any of this. I don't put him in the same league as Garnacho. He was a shit out. He needed to piss off. But what do you call it? We don't, Natasha, you got no idea about United, man. I'm about to rip your heart. I'm being very patient at the moment.
That's my burner account, Adam. I'm on my phone. I'm Natasha, I'll confess.
Literally, Harry Maguire is too old. It's not about age at this stage, right? I know for City, it's all about money and buying players in and buying comps. But for United, for Manchester United, it's about building a culture, something that Manchester City will never fucking have. All right? So get that through your head. All right? We build cultures at United, and that's why we win legitimate titles, right? So I don't want Rashford anywhere near it.
I don't think he wants it. I think we expected too much of him. We gave him too much too soon. He had a very good season under Ten Hag in his first season, where he was outperforming his XG, which he didn't do in any other season. And everyone just jumped on the back of that, saying he's a 30-goal a season striker, and he wasn't. Like, the problem is he's not a lead. He's not a conventional leader, and yet he was He was basically the poster boy for the club. There was a lot of expectation on a bloke that was basically doing a lot of good stuff outside of football as well as in football, and the club owe him a duty of care. And the duty of care in this situation is it's best for both parties if he leaves. And he knows that. There's no way he wants to come back and play for us. No chance.
No,
it just doesn't happen.
Well, to be honest with you, there was a few comments in the few comments there saying he'd go to Arsenal. But I'll tell you now, if he went to Arsenal,
he nearly did, didn't he? Did he nearly?
No,
but he nearly did.
I don't think so. I don't remember it.
No. It was
He won't go to Barcelona because they won't be able to afford him, and then he'll go over to Italy, and if they can get the television rights done over there, he'll go play for an AC Milan for 2 to 3 years, and he'll start to.
Another team who's been big. Another team who've been big admirers of him has been PSG. Potentially, there's someone there who could probably afford, his wage bill, and he'd probably go there and do okay, and maybe that's where.
But he's like go. 4th or 5th on the list there for getting a game. That's the hardest thing. They're wingers, man.
Well, do you reckon he cares?
I read Goncalo Ramos is looking around to leave.
He's not
leaving the off season. But
Kvaratskhelia on the left though. He's the best left.
There's a lot of rumours about him, but Kvaratskhelia, we're in for him. God,
I saw that.
Dream come true.
Mate, Napoli signed him for 1.7 million. Napoli, they found him in the Georgian League for 1.7 million. What a player he was! He carried them to their first Scudetto in 20 years.
What are our scouts doing, guys? Well, ours is at West Ham, but what are yours doing?
Look, I put this to Jordan this afternoon. Nichols Slotterback, because I'm really concerned about our centre halves, even though we've got Lenny Euro there and we've got Aiden Heaven. But I don't know much about Nico. If any of you know much about him, go ahead. I want to know about him.
So it's really interesting. I don't know if you guys watch any of whatever Full-Time Devils is, Stretford Paddock is. So when he signed for Dortmund, he was linked with us, and one of the guys on there knows, from what I gather, from what he says on the thing, he asked someone at the club about Schlotterbeck, and the club came back and said not good enough for United.
Yeah, I saw
We
this.
can for nothing, right? Like, I thought he's a decent player. Whether he's a decent starting Premier League winning centre half, probably not. But as an option, fine. Like, it's not going to cost you loads of money. Like, do it.
It'll cost you a bit though.
It'll cost you a bit, and it's not the priority at the minute, is it? But they will probably look to get one centre half. Like, Maguire will stay for another year, probably a 1 year rolling with maybe an option if the club want it. You've got Yoro and Heaven are probably future centre halves for us if they can both stay fit.
You still got Delit.
Sandro's got a bit of a problem. Delict's an interesting one because I thought he would get back before the end of the season and kick on because
he's not coming back, man. I reckon he's gone. Yeah,
I don't reckon he goes. I think they give him another year. I think they give him another year. I think Lissandro gets another year, but those two you can't rely on. Really. So you need another centre
Elliot,
half.
you've got a bit of ins and outs, haven't you? You were speaking to me about that this week. What's your take on it?
I just think it's a very hard off season that we have ahead with the World Cup and stuff. I think the manager decision needs to be made first, quickly, and then we need to look at who we can bring in and how we can do that quickly, because a lot of players are going to be hard to sort of sign until post World Cup. And I think, what have you got, like maybe 4 or 5 weeks between the season ending and the World Cup starting? And a lot of that time they're going to be with their international. So it's difficult, right? I guess just to add to that centre-back thing, he might be a bit tricky to get, and I think there will be some competition for Liverpool. But depending on what happens with Spurs, I would be all in for Mickey van der Ven. Like, he's got a little bit of an ego at the moment, but he's such a rapid centre back, big lad. And he's only young, so he's still gonna improve and get better and better. I think he'd be one to pick up, but I've heard that Liverpool believe he's a successor to Van Dijk there, and he'll likely go to Liverpool maybe.
Do you want him in the dressing room though, with all the stuff Adam was saying before about you guys? And I think you do need to get the culture right at the club. And look, again, all bullshit aside, I think you're looking a lot better under Carrick. Things are seeming a lot more stable. A lot of that negative talk seems to have died down a bit. I reckon you're going to commit to Carrick, at least for a season or two. Do you want someone like Van der Ven coming in, hopefully from a relegated team, fingers crossed? He just has them buffoon moments though, where you can't really trust him.
My issue with him is he's got a hamstring that's on a ticking time bomb. You can't be that fast, that athletic for that long. That hamstring is going to start going. It's already started.
And you wouldn't get him cheap. You would not get him cheap.
You would if they get relegated.
Yeah, you'd.
Yeah, I get it. It's hard to say. We can pray they get relegated, though, guys. I think we can all agree on that.
I don't think they will now that.
No, I don't think they will either, but we can pray anyway.
What are your views on that? Look, we all, for me, I couldn't care less whether they get relegated or not. But where do you see them finishing up? Because there's West Ham been going okay. Tottenham, mate, they are in trouble. They are in a lot of trouble.
I like the idea of them going down because of what it does to the footballing pyramid, in the way of it shows clubs that you can't. The way Tottenham's been run, where they've gone and bought like Xavi Simons and the Mickey van der Vens and like these big players, they haven't really thought about it. They've just thrown money at it, and like Xavi Simons has been shocking for them. Can't handle the pressure of the Premier League. Can't handle the physicality. They've got a couple of good players. They've had a lot of injuries this season. But the injuries for me, they consider themselves a top 6 club, right? One of the big 6. My issue is everyone talks about their injuries, but you look at like last season for us and how many injuries we had, and our back four, back three, whatever we had at times was we had Casemiro playing there for a couple games at one point last season. No one talks about that, but because it's Tottenham and everyone kind of likes Tottenham in a way, they kind of play on that. But if Tottenham go down, it shows. My issue is it takes a spot for a team to come back up because Tottenham will come straight back up.
Ooh.
They'll
You
come
reckon?
straight back.
You get down there, it's a different beast though.
Not
that
if City get relegated as well.
Leeds didn't come
Well,
straight
they'll-
back
like,
up.
they'll
didn't they?
both-
Could you imagine?
You
That's
think of
right.
you think of the revenue Tottenham bring in from fans and things like that. They will have enough money in the kitty to buy the best players in the championship to springboard themselves straight back up. Then they've got the parachute money. Then they can start to buy and build again. They're not going to have the squad that they've got now, but I'm saying they will have the pick of the bunch of all the top players at that level.
It's a massive hit though. Like you'd imagine, again, they're a biggish club. They would have factored into like their budgeting for the next few years, and with their stadium and all of that being in some form of European football, and that's definitely not happening next season. I mean, you look at their fixtures. I've got them in front of me. They got to go to Sunderland. They got to play there. They've got to play away at Wolves, away at Villa, away at
Wolves
Chelsea.
is tough, man.
Away at Chelsea too on the last day of the season. Wouldn't that be a narrative? Chelsea relegating Spurs, and then they've got to play Leeds and Brighton in there as well. Like, it's a very real possibility. Very
They're not
real.
really getting-
I looked at that the other day, mate. They are gone. They are gone.
We'd all be Chelsea on that last match. Surely you'd want to see them go down.
But does this manager that they put in place make a difference?
Did you hear his
Because-
stats when he started for Brighton? First 6
Well,
games, 6 losses.
It's a real interesting appointment, right? Because he's going to be there regardless if they get relegated or not. They've given him a 5-year contract.
Oh, you deal with bold.
It's a really weird one. But he's got the players there, that do have the potential that he can get something out of them. But I wasn't too privy to their run. That is a very tough run.
Yeah, it's mental.
The issue that Spurs have though is teams like West Ham this morning come back from 2 down against Leeds and they scored the 93rd, 97th minute. They lost on penalties in the end and got knocked out of the FA Cup. But that type of like feeling of we're down by 2 with in stoppage time and still come back, that they're the type of team that will pick up a point or 3 here and there to the end of the season. Nottingham Forest might do the same. I think Tottenham will stay up. I think Forest will go down. I think Tottenham will come and they'll just win against. It might be something stupid, like they might beat Sunderland away, and they'll just get that. They won't win again, but they'll just get that push just to get above where they need to be.
So you think West Ham will stay up?
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah,
see
they're
Leeds
the ones
being pulled into
I'd
it?
be worried about. West Ham, if I'm honest.
Can I say Leeds getting dragged into it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love them to. Nah.
I don't see the other teams picking up enough points, but like West Ham have got some. That Matthias Fernandez that plays for him, number 18.
Spurs still got to play Leeds.
We'll take him
Spurs
next
still got
year.
to play Leeds.
Yeah, see, Spurs win that, they're safe.
I've got
Spurs
a
still gotta
few
play-
comments about what people think in here.
Spurs are only 3 points
there's a-
behind Leeds.
And the fine system's coming in because Dino's mentioned Chris Wood again. He's actually mentioned it twice tonight. Chris Wood will say Forest. He loves him. I'm surprised he hasn't got a Chris Wood jersey, to be honest with you.
Oh, he does.
Here we go. Natasha's got Spurs will play like Brighton.
I wish.
I've got one here. Scott 1992. Liverpool watched Arsenal. Won't win the league. Spurs going down. Glory, glory, Man United.
See, sorry to stop you there, Adam, but that Natasha's comment there is, without being rude, the football knowledge in that comment's pretty shocking because to say
Have you not read the
say-
comments? On the
I know,
actually
but to
shocking.
say you're saying Tottenham are now going to play like Brighton.
Yeah.
Brighton play with wingers that are good on the ball. Name one Tottenham winger that is good on the ball.
Name a Tottenham winger.
But exactly. But this
They're
is
injured.
this is
Who was
where
that?
this De Zerbi, like look what he did with Mason Greenwood over at Marseille. He's flying. Matoma under De Zerbi was unbelievable. Like he has, it's not the strikers, it's not the midfielders, it's the way they get the ball to the wingers fast and get one-on-one and run at teams.
On your Greenwood comment there, on your Greenwood comment, and you can continue. Dino, Mason Greenwood to Spurs.
There you go. But that's what I'm saying. Like you can't sit there and say that they're going to play like how he played at Brighton because he doesn't have the players that he had at Brighton at his disposal. Like the whole setup is different.
He hasn't got the time either. Like Brighton played as a team. Like that was team football when they were playing their best under De Zerbi. Everyone knew their role. Everyone knew what to do. They knew when they could activate their flair. They were a very good team. He does not have the time to turn Tottenham into a very good team. If they do get relegated or he's there next season, which I'm sure he will be, whether it's Premier League or Championship, I see him turning them into a much better team than they currently are. Not that that's bloody hard, but with time, he may be able to shift them to play a little bit like Brighton, but mate, they've got a big battle ahead in the next few weeks, and hopefully they fail.
I think the other well, with all of these teams in the relegation, Forest are also still in Europe. They've got more football to play, and you know how grueling, that Thursday night and then to a weekend fixture is, and that short turnaround. Maybe that it goes against Forest's favour as well.
And their fixtures are terrible as well. They've got to play they've got to play Chelsea, they've got to play Newcastle, Sunderland, Burnley, Bournemouth.
That's why I think they'll get dragged into it.
Like they're already in it.
Dino makes a good point here. Dino's gone. He hasn't had a job for longer than 2 seasons. Why do we think he's a good manager?
Yeah.
Tom's got on here as well. Brighton lost half their games. No one cares. Spurs lose a game. They go down. Way too much pressure to play football at Spurs.
Don't click that comment, Adam.
No, I'm not. I just read it myself. Yeah.
Was it to think United could
I can't see it.
He's not a. Tottenham they've shot themselves in the foot with disappointment because he's never been at a job and had every job he's been at, he's caused problems. He's been at Marseille for 2 years. He's at Brighton for 2.5 seasons left. So what? United go and appoint him, and then what? In 2 years' time, we're back to square one with all players he wanted that the next manager doesn't want. He's not a long-term. Tottenham have given him a 5-year deal. They're going to end up paying him out of that 5-year deal.
It's great.
They gave De Zerbi a 5-year deal.
Yes.
They
gave him whatever he wanted to come in.
That is nuts. Are you fucking serious?
They panicked.
I didn't realise that.
Yeah, they've fucking panicked massively with it.
He's one of the best paid managers in the league now.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Desperate times, desperate measures, boys.
Funny that.
Yep. Anyway, look, we've got an hour and 2 minutes. Elliot, go. I was just saying that we've done an hour and 2 minutes. Go.
Can we just have a conversation about Carrick and does that decision need to be made sooner rather than later, do you think?
Yeah, definitely. In my opinion, Elliot, they need to make it soon. I think they need to. Yeah. I think they need to make that decision, really. And you think
I was hopeful that Carrick would announce it, at the last home game of the season over the microphone when I'm there live. Like that's what I was hoping for. When I go to the last game of the season against Forest, and he said, and I'm back next season or something like that. I do think it needs to be made.
Peter Schmeichel actually put it on him in one of the Sky interviews and said to him, "Look, before we leave, I want to hit you up. Have you had a conversation with him about you staying?" And to Carrick's credit, he sort of went around it a bit, but you can obviously he's not going to come out and say everything live on air, but you can see the conversation has been spoken about. And my only concern with it is if I think we will be in the Champions League next year. My only concern is I think we need an experienced person on the team. Whether I think we can have Carrick lead it, but I think we need someone there that's got a lot of experience in the Champions League. That's my only concern with it.
Well, Steve Holland has been assistant manager at Chelsea and stuff during Champions League football and that. And I think I think having him around with Carrick certainly has and will continue to be a positive thing.
Did any of you watch Nagelsmann and Ralph Rangnick show how to break down a low block? On
No.
I was on a video I watched this morning actually. My God, the football knowledge between them two.
So George,
I would nearly take Nagelsmann.
You've had Rangnick.
So Nagelsmann, right? So he's the one that I'm hearing Goldbridge talk a bit about at the moment, and some other people. But he's just like Tuchel signed an extended contract with the German national team, right? So
yeah,
they basically said hands off.
Yeah, pretty much. I think the issue that they've got at the moment is they're trying to shop around to see who's available. They're not 100% set on Carrick, which is probably understandable. So they're going to do the thing of, knock on a few doors, ring a few people, what's happening at the end of the season. And until they've got all their answers, they're not going to announce anything. The problem with that is the more people you go and talk to, the more you're probably going to sit there and see Michael Carrick go, well, what's going on here? I want a job next season as a manager at a football club. If it's not here, I need to know.
Look, for what it's worth, I think Rob's 100% right. Make the decision at the end of the season. I don't think there's going to be a whole bunch of big clubs fighting for Michael Carrick's signature at the end of the season. His stocks have definitely risen. He's not done himself any disservice in his time at United. But what's the rush? Like, do it at the end of the season. Just see how everything plays out, how it all finishes up.
So the rush is,
and pick them. You're not fighting people for him. None of the other big clubs at the moment are going to be sniffing around Michael Carrick. I don't think you need to rush. You've gone through a few managers. You need to kind of be sure that the next guy is someone you're going to trust, even if times get shit, to build your culture up. It's someone whose identity you want in your team.
A well-run club has a succession plan for the manager after Carrick, even if he's permanently appointed.
What is that?
Exactly the problem United have had is that well-run clubs like City, and to an extent Liverpool, but probably less so, have a succession plan for the manager after the one they're about to appoint. So United, if United are going to become a serious club again, they've got to get it right. Now, I don't think the recruitment this summer is going to be totally down to Carrick, to be honest. They've proven since Ten Hag that they're just going to go their own way with it and use stats and whatever and scouts, and I'm happy with that. That's fine. You don't want to keep giving managers players and we get back to this point in 3 years, we have to recycle the team again. So I don't think the recruitment is going to be heavily impacted by him. I think they will wait until the end of the season. Do the fans want an answer before then? Yeah. Should he get the job? Probably, to be honest. He's a cheaper alternative to a lot of other coaches. He's done a great job since he's been there. And who else is available? Like, realistically, United should be looking for the best of the best, and the best of the best aren't available to United.
The problem, though, is I've said it the last few times we've been on it, that the job at the moment at Manchester United is the most prized footballing job at the moment in management. You're looking at a club that's now... There's something to build off from this season. No manager has come in to the club with the players we've got at the moment, the club in the position it's in at the moment. Every time a new manager's come in, it's been under immense pressure. We've been in 10th, 11th, 12th when they've come in. They've had players they don't want. We're now going to be in Champions League football. Like, I think a lot of managers will look at that and go, I'm probably 4 players away from winning a league with that club, and imagine how much they'd be worshipped at our football club.
Oh,
it's a prize job. It'd be like if Arteta was to leave Arsenal. That job right now, people are going to go with, I can take that even further and become like an icon of that club without having to do all the dirty work. It's already there.
Agree. Yeah, agreed.
Well said.
There's only one guy that could be available, but I'm just not sure if I'm just not sure if as a figure he's the right fit, because I don't know too much. I don't know him too well.
Big Ange.
No. No.
Hey, Scott,
No.
let me tell you, it was a few years ago where I was on a podcast and I actually did, before Eric Ten Hag came along. And I said, and they're all talking about we want a winner as a manager. And I said, well, you probably had never heard of him, but Ants Kostkoglu, he is a winner. He's Australian. He goes from place to place, wins. I said he wins all the time. Next minute he was signed by Celtic. Next minute he was signed by Spurs, and everyone knew who he was. And I'm just going to confirm one thing here, right?
Okay.
I'm starting to think that Natasha's a bot. She's very entertaining, and her football knowledge is absolutely fucking zero. Honest to God, man.
I've given my wife my phone. She's in the live chat, so it's my wife acting as a burner account.
Oh, mate, she's kept me.
I'd like Luis Enrique, but I just don't. I just think he's too high profile a manager to come to us.
Won't come. But I agree. No. Won't come.
Yeah.
But why? Like, you go back to what I just said. Why would he not? When everything's there in place for him, I think the board's the reason he wouldn't come. Personally.
Yeah,
because he wants.
He want more control. He want more control.
And money that would pay him.
Yeah, and he's seen what's happened to other managers go in and maybe want more control than what the club are prepared to give. And maybe he's like, yeah, that's but you know, he'll want to manage in the Premier League. So I think
maybe we just get Big Ange back and we just play that high line with Harry Maguire at the back. Like you do with Tottenham. What could go wrong?
I got a comment here from Rob. We said this second year of Ten Hag, got third, won a trophy, had Champions League, then regressed again. Managers should be given contracts year to year on merit. What do you think about that, boys?
Agreed.
In theory, fine, but in practice, not going to work because players just down tools. You know immediately you're going to outlive a manager if he's on a year-to-year.
I think players should be given contracts year to year.
Yeah, but that won't happen either because of the money.
Well, they do it in Australia.
Yeah, and that's exactly why the league is dead.
That's why the league is dead.
No, you get told you can't play because they can't afford it anymore.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right, last comment, and then we'll wind it up here. I can't get on someone's side who wants Enrique when they say they listen to Goldbridge.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, boys, we're going to end it on that. That's a great call. What's Dino got? We have never had a better window of signings than last one since Fergie. Yep. It has been good, and Boomo and all the boys have been good for us so far. I just wanted to go up
before we wrap it up. Is Saka world class, Scott?
No.
I think he had a world class season, as did, for example, a Cole Palmer. But I don't think at the moment that I would call him world class. He's not.
You're welcome back on the pod anytime.
Yeah, got a world class bank balance.
I'd love that bank balance, hey?
Yes,
mate, boys, I just want United to get back playing. We're going to put up with it for another week. United's going to be in Ireland this week and a training camp as well. So they're going to be playing over there this week. Apparently going to be put through their paces. I reckon they'll get a couple of games of golf because where they're staying is actually on a golf course. So lucky buggers. Jordan might get over there and have a hit with him. He might chop his way through. Thank you, boys. Thank you,
Jordan.
When I'm over there,
are you going
no, he's at Liverpool.
Yeah,
Liverpool and Brentford.
Excuse me.
Yeah, he's going over in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, you're dead to me. Yeah. Liverpool game.
I go to United Liverpool.
Yeah, but you're going to a Liverpool game when United aren't playing by choice. What are you doing?
United are playing Liverpool.
No, United versus Liverpool.
Yeah, United
playing. He's going to two games. United versus Liverpool, United versus Brentford.
Oh, okay, fine. Fine. Fine.
I
thought you were saying Liverpool v Brentford. I thought, what are you doing? What has happened to this?
Oh, no.
Duno, yeah. Last comment. Because what Dan has done tonight, seriously, One wrong one. Yeah. What's that? Breaking news.
No, it's
Wrong
no.
one. Wrong one.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
Slot is sacked.
No.
Breaking news. Slot is sacked. I don't know.
No.
I'll have to check that.
Natasha's sacked.
Breaking news,
Natasha
Natasha
is
is banned.
Dino, shut up, Dan.
Don't call me, Dino.
He's got here. It's that stupid German shirt.
Hey, leave Dan alone. I'm going to pick up my fellow Arsenal fan. Leave him alone.
Don't get hiding behind the keyboard.
Well, I can't believe how Dan's spoken on this pod. Good, mate, Scott, if I sent you some of the texts that he was sending over the hours coming towards this, it was unbelievable.
It's the charm, mate. The Maltese
It's
charm.
the charm.
It's
The Maltese charm. It is, mate. It is, mate. It is. It's the Falcon. All right. Thank you, Scott, for coming on. Thank you, Elliot. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, everyone that's been commenting in the live chat. Dino, top us. Natasha kept us entertained all night. Tom, as usual. Rob, we're going to get you on for the World Cup. Maybe we can bring you and Scott on for a World Cup chat when that all starts, because Rob, I know you love the World Cup, even though Italy never made it again. I sent him a message straight after. Poor bugger. He's right into the World Cup. I feel for him. Malta isn't in the World Cup. Yeah, but we expect Malta not to be in the World Cup. We're happy with the draw.
Thank God I've got a couple of French grandparents coming handy.
Anyway, thank you, everyone on TikTok. We've had a few Aussie guys in there. We're nearly up around the 5.5K mark on TikTok. I think we're hitting nearly 500 on YouTube, but we're doing all right. We're cruising our way through. The more people that get involved and everything like that, the better we'll go. We enjoy it. We have fun again. So remember, if you want to come on, let us know, and we'll try and arrange. It's hard to get everyone on at the same time because we want everyone to have a say. As you can see, the boys love a chat. So I'll talk to you later. See you later. Check this.
Yeah.
Cantona. Gary Neville looking for his first goal for Manchester United, and what a time to get it!